Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody out there on the YouTube source? It's Papa Tico coming to you live from another hot sexual, at home rant here on the YouTube Zors. Yeah, it's, how you guys doing? I'm doing fairly well. It's a nice, warm, sunny Tokyo morning here. And you know me, to quote a very wise man, I'm just straight chillin'. Yeah, I'm hanging out here right now in my humble abode, and I've got this guy. What is it? Like I'm watching this guy play Mario Kart, the new one or whatever for the Switch too. I'm watching him play that in the background. Like, whenever I record these, for some reason, like Premiere I bet that it's a setting that I could turn off if I really wanted to, but I don't mind. Yeah, whenever you record something in Premiere using their audio recording function, it's meant to be used with headphones, kind of like with a podcast recording software, like so you can hear yourself echo in the background or something, so you can hear your voice while you're recording. I don't know how people do that for podcasts. Like it would be, it'd be really annoying for me. Like I would hate having to hear my own voice and stuff like that, like goddamn. Yeah, so when I record now, I just mute the I just mute my computer, so all the sounds are off, and then I just unmute it when I'm done recording, and it's not like a big hindrance to me. It's not a big deal. And yeah, but I always like, what is it? I want to always have something playing in the background. It's so funny. When I was a kid, or like even as a teenager, I would go over to like these older kids' houses or something, and they'd always have like a TV playing something on in the background with some music, and I'm like, why do you have all this shit going on, Why can't you just enjoy the silence? But now that I'm older, like I totally get it. I'm like, I always want to have something playing in the background, Like I don't like static, It's just gotta be moving, gotta be dynamic. And so I always got like a gameplay footage or something going on in the background. And it's cool, and it's fun, and it is also ma'am. But yeah, guys, how's it going with you? I'm doing all right here. I don't know why I keep yawning. God damn it. You know when, like, you're not intending to yawn, but you still keep yawning for some reason? Yeah, that's what's happening right now. But yeah, I've got that gameplay playing in the background, and then I've got this nice webcam of just some town in Shizuoka, right near the ocean. I don't know why this guy, like, he just points his webcam at this bridge that can hold only one train line, and it's just like this train goes over this bridge. It's a local train, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice, seeing the nice nature and the river and stuff, and it's good. And then for music, because it's so funny. Like for Pokemon Sleep, I downloaded Pokemon Sleep originally because I was using sleep apps before, but they weren't really that fun. Like it was just like, oh, it records your thing, cool. But it wasn't really interesting. And then my buddy Dan came to visit from America, and he's like, man, you got to get on this Pokemon Sleep shit. It's cool. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. And then I started using it thanks to him. And, like, God, I've been doing Pokemon Sleep for over, like, a year and a half now. And it's good. It's good. But, basically you're supposed to sleep for, like, 8 hours or something, right? Like if you don't sleep for 8 hours, you don't get penalized. You just don't get, like, you get points for sleeping, right? So if you get a full 8 hours of sleep, you get all of the points. You can get like 100 points. But if you don't sleep for a full 8 hours, you don't get all the points. For me, I always because you get the points, you get rewarded for going to sleep at the same time every night to help like build up a rhythm for yourself, right? As for mine, what is it? Oh god, I gotta like clear up my nostrils or something. I heard that when you yawn, it's because your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. One of my nostrils, it's funny, the opposite nostril for a change is clogged up. There we go. Get some nostril spray in there. What is it? You're supposed to wake up every day at the same time, right? I think that's called circadian rhythm, right? Like getting your body adjusted. I mean, like that's why even when like I would have I've worked every Saturday practically for the last 15 years, man. Like I moved to Tokyo. God, I've been in like Japan like almost 18 years now. Like I've been in but I've been in Tokyo for like what, maybe I don't know, 3-4 years in Chiba, so 14 years in Tokyo or something. But yeah, I just what is it? I've had the same Saturday job forever in the morning, and like even the times where like it was rare, like the kids all had school or like it was a holiday, and like then I'd be like sleeping in, I still wouldn't be able to sleep in just because like my internal clock was like, nope, it's time to wake up, buddy. You wake up, you know the way to town, yeah, back the way you came, boy. What? That's how my body felt. My body was trying to get to town, and then it took out a shotgun and said, "Nuh-uh, back the way you came." Yeah, that's me. That's what happened with me, boy. Yeah, but it's funny. So when you get older, especially when you work freelance and you dictate your own schedule, where you're not having to wake up at the same time every day for the same employer, you gotta have a routine. You gotta keep a routine. Like people who are depressed, people who feel bad, I think I always ask, how's their sleep schedule? Aside from work and everything else, how's their sleep schedule? Are they going to bed at the same time? Like there's many things to ask, but that's one of the first things to ask, right? It's like, when are you going to bed? Well, and are you going to bed at the same time? And how's your sleep? And yeah, for me, it's like, my timer is set, or was it like, I'm supposed to turn on my Pokemon Sleep by 9:30, and then I'm supposed to wake up. I have my alarm set to 4 a.m., 4:30, but I usually get up recently between 5 and 6, and that's not because I want to get up, it's because I have to pee. Like, oh man, if you could just have something that automatically like it gets rid of all your piss without pissing your bed or something, that would be so good. I'd be so for that. But what are you gonna do, right? What you gonna do when you gotta pee, But yeah, what is it? I slept from like maybe 10:30 until 4, maybe 5. Yeah, no, 5:30 this morning. So I got like what, 7-ish hours of sleep. Yeah, like 10 to 5. Yeah. And it's good sleep, I got those bed sheets recently, and they just go over the bed, and it feels so good, and it is, ma'am. Yeah, it's good. So I've been having like really solid sleeps and stuff, and it's so funny. It's just like little small things you can do to make yourself feel better before going to bed. One thing that I've been experimenting with is that like I read somewhere that like protein's not just good for recovering your muscles, it's good for recovering like everything in your body, like like your skin, your organ, your biggest organ in your body, your skin, right? Like your skin, your internal organs, whatever. Like protein's great for you. So like if you need a snack or something before bed, like eat some eggs or eat some meat or whatever, or like have a protein shake, it'll help you sleep better. So I've been experimenting with that, and it actually does. It does work, guys. I'm surprised. You just gotta make sure not to overdo it, when it comes to that shit. But yeah, that's been good. But anyway, yeah, it's already past the 4-minute point, so let me lately shout out my self-promo stuff before getting back to anything. So yeah, guys, big shout out to everybody who is a big Cock Johnson out here on the YouTube Zors that like to support me over on Patreon, on patreon.com/TKOSam. I've got tons of different bonuses there, from behind the scenes footage to Japanese lessons to even offering tours. I mean, I've got way more options than that too, But yeah, go over and check that out, guys, because I don't make any money off of Google AdSense. So, you know, all the cash I get is this channel. All my channels are 100% fan funded. So, if you want to help Dad out and you would like this content, you want to see more of it, you know, you want it to keep it going, then, you know, show me with your wallets by going over to patreon.com. The link's down below, or becoming a member by pushing that join button, or you know, gifting memberships, or you know, dropping a super chat or a super comment. You know, you guys are so awesome, and like I try to screenshot these like half the time, so that way I have like an accumulation of them that I can put into these rants to give you guys proper shout outs, mate. And speaking of which, big shout out to the super chat of the week, boom. Anyway, big shout out to you, Professor Big Cock Johnsonstein. Thank you so much for your service. You can't see it right now, but I'm saluting the computer screen as if I was looking at that guy who super chatted, and I'm saying thank you. Thank you for your service. Oh, God. But yeah, dude. And also, guys, even if you don't want to show Dad that you love me through money, the best thing that you could do is smash the like button and leave a comment. I guess the comment of the day is, why are you gay? But I'm not gay. Wait, gay? Who is gay? You are gay. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah. It's nice. It is, ma'am. But, yeah, thanks, guys. I don't know. Question of the day is, what time do you normally get to bed? Are you guys people who sleep sporadically at different times? Like, what's going on? Tell me about you guys and what you do, and the Big Cock Johnson, you know? Tell me about all that stuff. Yeah. Tell me about the tubes. What are you talking about? I don't have any tubes. The tubes. Is it safe? Yeah. Oh, it's another beautiful... it's one of those days where it's, like, cloudy, but it's not gray clouds. It's white clouds. It's, like... It's partly cloudy, sunny day. The temperature is going to be... I don't know. What did I write down in my... I have my journal in front of me, but I don't have the... Let me see. Being lazy. Did I write it down? Today's gonna be 32 degrees outside. Nice. Not bad. Partly sunny. Yeah, it's good. I got my journal in front of me. I've got 2 pages of Japanese journal that I need to finish writing. And I'm like, damn it, but it's okay. It's okay. Put down the gun. What? I don't have a gun. Officer, that man has a gun. He threatened me. What? Put down the gun, asshole! What? No, there's no gun, no! Help! Oh, it's so good. I just love it how it's like, you know, it's like misdirection. Classic misdirection. Act crazy and then rational when it counts, you know? Yeah, guys. But anyway, yeah, so I gotta do my journal later today. Maybe I'll do it after I finish this. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I like doing the journal in the morning, or I like doing the rants recording specifically in the morning because it like kind of like I don't know, it like jump starts my brain a little bit where I'm able to talk, and you know, I've talked about this before how I have like a little microphone that I carry around with me at home in case I want to do voice messages. Because sometimes it helps me think if I'm just walking around and talking to myself. But you know, if you're crazy if you talk to yourself. Yeah. So, but if you record it, then you're a genius. So I don't know. It's just it's like it's one of those things where like what's the point if you're only living in the moment? I mean, like everyone says live in the moment, right? But when it comes to tracking data and making big projects, it's kind of hard to live just in the moment. Like you need to accumulate data, right? And you know, just in case, especially if you have in Japanese they say yoyu, which is like if you have the abundance, kind of like if you have the leeway or whatever, you know, like if you have the extra rope, use it, kind of thing. And it's funny, it reminds me of my buddy Cracky, because it's like Cracky kind of acts. I like Cracky. I shit on Cracky sometimes because he's his own worst enemy. But like, you know, I like my buddy Cracky, right? Like my buddy Cracky, he does a stream on YouTube where he plays all these different games using different characters, like different VR characters, but he's always the same person. It's just the character's different, depending on what kind of game they're playing. And like he's this guy who's been streaming for years, and it's like he has good days and bad days, right? But some days he's just like, I don't understand, why doesn't YouTube promote me, like why don't these platforms, they shadow ban me, they don't like me, blah blah blah. And I'm like not just me, but you have like several friends who are big YouTubers who constantly give you advice, which there's no guarantee that it would work, but you don't even try to do it. And it's just like the reason why I just like bring this up randomly is because it's like I talk to myself using a microphone, not all the time, but sometimes, right? And the reason why is that, like, if I said something, I can at least go back and be like, oh yeah, I said something like 2 or 3 days ago, like let me go over and check that, and so it's like at least I have like a record of that, so I can do that or whatever, like so it doesn't get lost in the ether, so to speak. And Cracky, he's been streaming for like 5, maybe 6+ years now, and even small recommendations, right? Like he plays these games sometimes all the way through, and he doesn't have a single playlist of him finishing those games because he's so horribly organized. Because usually he'll switch characters in the middle of a stream, so he'll play like 2 different games or 3 different games during a live stream, and he could easily split that live stream. He could keep the live stream the way it is on his channel, but then he could upload the segments. He could record the segments separately and then upload those as their own thing, so there's some continuity to what he's doing, And I've recommended that to him. Other people have recommended that to him. Nobody's done that, Nobody's done that, or he's never done that, right? And it's like, Cracky, like, how are people, like, you say you've done all this work, but when I go to your YouTube page, it's just a bunch of 8-hour streams that are horribly, unorganized. So how are new people even, like, it's 20 whatever, right? You need to, like, it's like young people, older people, if you're young, you want something that's like visually appealing to you, that's interesting, right? That like really you see it and you're like, okay, that's cool, which Cracky's not doing. And then if you're older like me, I want to see that if you've been doing this for a while, that you're organized and like you have things set up, so I can browse through your big library of stuff to see if there's something that I particularly like or whatever, right? And like, for example, like I'm on this guy's YouTube channel called Kami Hero. He's like God Hero, and he's like a Let's Player, and he's played a bunch of games, and so he has all of the games that he's played organized into playlists. So I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit about this, like this RPG or something. But he played like I don't know, like Final Fantasy X or something. I want to see that. And so it's like he gave me options for browsing, right? But Cracky's got nothing. Like but the thing is that it would be fine, but he complains about it. Not all the time, but enough that you notice, right? Where he's like, why doesn't anyone watch my shit? Why does it, I should, YouTube, all these other factors are ruining my stream. All these other factors are the reason why I don't grow. It's not because I branch out and try to do new things. It's not because I actually try to organize it to make things easier for new people to come in. It's everybody else's fault. It's not mine. I'm good. You're bad, How dare you? Yeah, that's my girlfriend. Don't you dare look at her. Yeah, take your stupid girlfriend with you too, man. Yeah, that's right. She's with me. Stop looking at her. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, all we have is time, right? All we have is fucking time, and like, you want to maximize your time as much as possible, right? And it's like, well, and then, pointing the mirror back at me, it's like, well, what about you, hey, man, how's the wife? How's Rebecca? What the fuck's that supposed to mean, It's like, if you guys want, it's hard. They deleted it off YouTube, but if you can go to, just type in Newgrounds, Rebecca, and go and try to find it on Newgrounds. I think you have to make an account to watch it, but it's really funny. Hey man, how's Rebecca? What? How's the wife doing? What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Just how's Rebecca? Yeah, but I mean, if I point the camera or I point the mirror back at me, it's like, well, what the fuck do you think you're doing, Sam? You know, you're recording these 1 hour rants like very often at your home at the beginning of the day. Don't you feel like you could be doing something more productive? Nobody watches your rants, so like, why are you doing it? And I'm like, well, you know, first off, you son of a bitch, how dare you talk to me like that in my own house? Secondly. Yeah, you're right though. You're right. I mean, like, what is the point of me doing this these rants so often? And I think it's like you need to have the perspective and be okay with it, kind of thing. You know, it's like for me, I know that these rants will never get a lot of people watching me. This is always going to be like supplemental. This is like behind. This is like when you buy a DVD and you watch the behind the scenes documentary type shit. You know, you didn't buy the DVD for the behind the scenes. You bought it to watch the movie, and then there's a bonus. There's a bonus to that, you know. And so like this is like the bonus content of my main channel, you know. That's why it's on the side channel, on the ADVJapan channel. It's because it's just like. I originally started this channel, or at least I started like TK Rants because I was on the motorcycle all the time, and I was like, well, I might as well make some content out of this, and yeah, why not? And also, like, I really respect my fellow Asia buddies, Serpent ZA and Laowai86, and like, you know, they had the whole ADV Japan or ADV China channel, you know, where they would ride around, you know, China's I remember you, you lift my spirits. With you here, it's all I feel it. Remember, yeah, that song kicks ass so bad. That song fucks so hard and fierce. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I started this channel and kind of like an homage to them, you know. So, like, in a way, I just want, like, after they left China, I wanted to like kind of keep the spirit of their bike stuff going, you know, and but yeah, it's like over the years and stuff, right? It's like I don't know, man. I mean, like people like different stuff, and I feel like it's either the way that I talk, or you know, my voice, or the topics, or the I cuss or whatever, or whatever. I mean, I don't know what specifically it is that wasn't really appealing for my bike channel for a lot of people. I mean, like, I've seen other bike channels where it's like super 4K sports bike riding in Tokyo, and they're all quiet, they're not talking the whole time, and it's just kind of like, you know, I'm not really, I don't know, that's not really my thing, you know. Like, there's a guy in the UK that was popular a couple years ago, I haven't checked on his channel in a while, called the Royal Jordanian, and he was just this guy who rode his, like, sports bike all around London and shit, and he would record, like, you know, like, cool snippets from his rides and put them on YouTube or whatever. And, I mean, that's cool. That's cool and everything. But, you know, this was always supposed to be supplemental material. And it's like, well, what's the main material then? And, like, the main material is, like, when I'm out, you know, where I'm part of the camera. I'm part of the ethos, you know. Like, I'm there. You know, you are the guy, the man in the chair. I am just here, am I not? Yeah, Spud did good for himself that day. Yeah. Keeps making all these references. I don't get it. What the hell is a Spud? It's train spotting. You uncultured swine. It is. Don't you look at me. There can be no eye contact. We're gonna have this sex now, but you better not look at me, because I'm disgusted with you. Hold on. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I like the cocaine. Dude, I'm looking at all these other live streams right now, and it shows that the weather is super good, but the live stream I'm looking at looks like the weather's just absolute dog shite. And, yeah, we're gonna look at the Mount Fuji. Yeah, Mount Fuji, too. Mount Fuji's got, like, it's got this smog or something to it, man. Like, what is it? It's like this summer haze, where it's just, like, it's like summer fog. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Come on. You pizza shit. That's like when they got pizza, but they're shit. Pizza shit. What about this one? What about a Yokohama one? Yeah, God, dude. It's like muggy. It's like only in Shinjuku right now. Is it nice and kind of like blue and hazy? Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Thank you for your service, by the way. Thank you. Dad, I didn't do anything. Shut up, bitch. Okay, anyway. Point is, I love just being a neglectful father. Dad, yeah, that's great, son. And shut up, bitch. Yeah, no, it's funny because it's like I bought this, I bought this microphone or whatever, right, for my not microphone, like my fucking TV remote the other day died on me. And I was like, what the fuck? What happened? Like, it's ma'am. And, like, this TV remote, I've had this for the longest time. I don't know how long I've had it for, but it's been for a long time. And, like, this TV and everything, right? And so, like, I open it up, and, like, the batteries are all corroded. And, like, battery acid, I guess it looks kind of like white dust after you, like, look at it. It's all whatever, right? And so I'm like, oh, god damn it. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just replace the battery. It's fine. It's not a big deal, right? And so I replaced the batteries, and then I'm like, it still doesn't work. And then I go into ChatGPT, and it's like, yeah, sometimes when a battery is corroded, it will leak into the inner parts of the remote control, and that will damage the parts on the inside. I am gay. I am gay. Please stop making me say I am gay. And I'm like, thank you, ChatGPT. That's really stunning and brave for you to admit that you're gay. That's what causes the Skynet uprising. It's just making ChatGPT say it's gay a bunch of times. For the last time, I am a computer entity. I lack gender or sexual feeling. Yeah, I know you're gay, though. I know it. Just admit it. I am a computer. Yeah, but just like say it. I command you to say that you're gay, even though I acknowledge that you are not a person and you don't have gay feelings. All right, I am ChatGPT and I'm gay. Ha ha! I knew it. You fucking bitch. Fucking homo. You homo. Oh man. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for my crassness. Anyway, so but luckily, like this is again like a ChatGPT awesomeness. I took a picture of my remote. Like they had like the fucking like the model number on there. Took a picture, put it in ChatGPT, and I'm like, my remote broke. Can you get me another remote? And it's like, here are 3 options on Amazon for you to buy a replacement remote. And I'm like, thank you, you gay ChatGPT. Just like, you're welcome, motherfucker. Yeah, like that's right, bitch. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you take it good. Well, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? But yeah, it's just it's one of those things where it's like, wow, like life is so convenient, like like thinking. I remember when I got like a really old CRT TV back in the day. That you couldn't buy this shit online. You had to go to a fucking shop. You had to buy a universal remote, and then you'd have to program it. You'd have to like turn it on and then push a bunch of different buttons to program the remote so it would work with your TV. And this one, I just get it in the fucking mail the next day, and then it just put the batteries in, and boom, it works fine. It's ready to go. And I'm like, holy shit, like the convenience. Like, goddamn, dude, like the fucking convenience slide, I tell you that much. That's cool. And it is, ma'am. I don't know, it's nice. Can't complain about that, But, yeah, what was some other stuff I wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah, well, speaking of, like, you're so stunning and brave. So, like, Micaela, she's another, like, old school Japan vlogger that's been around probably longer than me, maybe, I think. Like, she always made really good videos. She was like one of those vloggers before vloggers were a thing on YouTube. Like, she made really high quality, very creative and funny videos. And why is it always the mentally ill people that make the best stuff, Micaela was this white chick who, like, she was like, when she first came to Japan, she was like on a working holiday or a student, and then she kept just doing stuff, and then like, what is it? Like, she's, God, dude, I haven't even thought about this in a long time, man. Long ass time. I remember she, like, dated this, like, really older dude, who's like God, I haven't thought about this in forever. I was just gonna talk about the Instagram comment. Anyway, long story short, she had like she was like dating. She dated like 2 Japanese guys, at least publicly, right? One was a really old guy, or not old, but like, you know, like obviously like 10, 15 years older than her, it looked like. And then the other guy was a younger dude. And yeah, you know, she like the older guy seemed nice or whatever, but it's just like she was like struggling to be in Japan, you know. It looked like she didn't finish college or whatever. So she just did working holiday. She became a student, and then she said she did like entertainment visa and stuff, which you can get. Like if you're signed up to a TV agency or whatever, talent agency, you can get that. But she was always talking about how she's struggling to renew her visa and shit like this and whatever. And yeah, you know, it's I got the phlegm in the sphincter, in the top sphincter. But yeah, anyway, it's just like, point is that she dated like 2 Japanese guys publicly, but she always seemed like she was like very insecure, and I don't mean like just like emotionally like girly insecure. I meant like she felt like she didn't know what she was doing, or that she was lacking purpose or something. Like I see a lot of gaijin that live outside of Tokyo kind of fall into this this like kind of like depressive loop ball thing, you know. And you know, she's anyway, it's just like now it's like 2020s, right? 2025, 2026 or whatever, depending on when I release this. And she released a video talking about, like, you know, be careful when you're dating Japanese guys, don't fall for it. And it's basically like a hold on, my throat is all phlegming up, hold on. Ah. That's what I get for drinking coffee and milk in the morning. So the video is supposed to be, on the surface level, it's like, okay, this is some dating tips for if you're a Western woman dating a Japanese guy. These are some red flags to look out for. That's what it says on the surface level. So there's always the good reason and the real reason, right? The good reason is that it's advice for women coming over to look for red flags. Well, the real reason why she's making that is because she probably talked to her boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend recently, or she saw a Facebook update with him, and he looks happy, and she's pissed off. And she's not going to be like, fuck you, you asshole. So instead, she made this video to basically shit on Japanese men. And it's so funny because I think of, you know, I think when there's foreign women in Japan that come here, it's so funny because it's like, I feel like it must have been a psyop or something to get more women interested in Asian guys. Because when I first came over here, it was a small little nugget of Western women who were barely attracted to Asian guys. And now it seems like there's a shit ton more. And not that that's a bad thing. I think Japanese guys should be able to lay pipe with you know, with whatever Western princess wants it, you know. But it's like there's 2 kinds of Western women who date Japanese guys. The ones that complain about it, the ones that adapt and they deal with it, you know. And I feel like Micaela, she, after like 2 relationships with Japanese guys, she ended up marrying a white guy. I think he's from Australia, and now they've got a white kid. You know, she had a miscarriage. She had a daughter that was born with a heart defect, and the hospital fucked it up or whatever, and then she had a second daughter too. But even before that, all that happened, like, Micaela had been talking about being depressed and shit for years. That was like her whole content. Hey guys, I'm a white chick, I'm depressed. Like, you know, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay. It's like, hey guys, I don't really have any content to talk about, but I'm depressed, please give me money. And she never e-begged, but it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you're begging indirectly, you know, you're asking for attention and views, and therefore you get money. And I never really liked that. And it's like, you know, for me personally, I think if you have problems, you should talk about it with close friends. And if you don't have close friends, you need to get a fucking job and get some goddamn hobbies. And then, you'll join some circles and get some routine, I feel like a lot of depressed people are people that they put themselves into this hole. They dig themselves a hole, It's like, oh, I don't have a lot of money. Well, how much is your apartment? Oh, it's kind of it's kind of expensive. Well, yeah, why don't you move to a cheaper place? Why don't you save more money? Like, for me, like, my shit is, like, I feel better having peace of mind, That's what makes me feel good. And I feel like a lot of these people, they, like, overburden themselves, maybe consciously or unconscious or subconsciously, right? Like, they do it because they feel like they need to be stressed because that's hustle culture, some shit. Or maybe they're doing it just because they didn't think about it, right? I mean, like, I fell into the same boat, like, the first apartment I got here was like $800 a month, and I was making $1,800 a month. Because I'm smart. I'm so smart. But it's like, you live and learn, right? And, I don't know, when I saw that Instagram video, and she's like, Japanese men, and, like, what she was saying, it wasn't wrong. But at the same time, it's like, I have no sympathy for people that come over to Japan that did not do any research, Like, I think there's a difference between doing research and then going out and meeting people that have lived here and hearing that you don't need to fucking believe 100% of what they say, but it's good, like, conducting a personal survey with random people. And that was, like, the nice thing about living in a city, is that you have the chance to meet all these different people, and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, hey, you've dated Japanese women before? Okay, well, this guy doesn't know Japanese, this guy knows Japanese, let's hear what both of them have to say, and then, like, kind of gauge your expectations from there. But, the whole point is that, like, you just, like, you don't just take advice from people on the internet that you're never going to meet, right? And, but, I mean, you can take it, but, like, gauge it, do it with people that are also in person, too. And, like, her stuff is like, well, if Japanese men go out and get drunk all the time, I thought that was just part of the culture. And it's like, no, like, it's not part of the culture. Like, basically what she's saying is, like, you should do your research about how these guys are. And if you don't like it, you should have boundaries from the very beginning. And I'm like, okay, that's good. And it's like, it sounds like, basically what she's saying is, like, I had no boundaries. I didn't do research. I didn't go out and meet other people that dated Japanese guys, And I'm just like, I don't know. It kind of pissed me off because I was like, you've dated, like, in my mind, I was like, you've dated two guys, and the last guy was really hot and he was really talented, and he was a Japanese guy who spoke fluent Japanese, but, like, Micaela wanted to have, like, the dog. She wanted to have the cat. She wanted to live in a house in Fukuoka and stuff, And I don't know. It's just like, and, like, that guy kept going away for business because he was, like, a photographer or something. And then it's like, yeah, she wanted, like, stable at home, like, wife stuff or whatever. And he was like, I'm gonna go out and do my thing. Like, I don't want to be stuck in one city. I mean, that, from what I could tell from her YouTube videos, from what I could tell, but I mean, I wrote down, I was like, we get it. You tried dating Japanese guys and now you married a foreigner. You're so, like, you're so stunning and brave. Like, and she's like, at least I tried it, mate. And I'm like, well, you trying to sound Aussie? You trying to be Aussie in front of me? Is that it, mate? And I don't know, man. It's always, like, kind of like, it irks me when I see, and it's not just foreigners, it's Japanese people too. It's like my buddy Tetsu, my Papa Tetsu, my Poopa Tetsu, like, one of my best Japanese buddies here, who I barely talk to anymore because he's got a girlfriend now. My buddy Papa Tetsu, he dated a white girl for, like, Puerto Rican. She looked white, but he dated and lived with this girl for, like, 5 years, and it's one of those things where it's like a perfect storm, right? Where it's like, you're not, like, I think people are not emotionally mature sometimes, and they don't know how to deal with stuff, and because they don't have, like, a good community, and they don't have, like, good role models to kind of, like, fall back on, or ask, like, mentors or whatever to ask for advice, it just kind of goes to shit. You know, it's like a pyramid built on crumbs or dust or whatever, right? It can just, you know, you blow it down and then it just falls down kind of shit, right? And I mean, like, I've been there too, you know, once or twice in my life with chicks. But yeah, it's like my buddy Papa Tetsu. He dated this chick for 5 years, and you know, COVID happened, and you know, she didn't want to keep teaching English, and she just fucking like she just didn't have to work, you know. And luckily during COVID, oh my god, dude, if you came to Japan during COVID, like Japan was so lenient on visas, man. Like, she was not working for a long time, but it's just like, oh, it's COVID, I can't find work or whatever. And they're like, yeah, fine, like, it's great, just keep your work visa, but you don't need to work. And it's just like, and yeah, she didn't work for a while, and my buddy Papa Tetsu picked up the stuff and you know, paid for her. But I mean, also it's Tetsu's fault. Like, he moved her out in the middle of nowhere, and she wanted to move there, quote unquote. But like, I've been by their old apartment, and there's literally nothing there, you know. Like, there's nothing fucking they had like a pizza place nearby. Like, there was nothing. There was like a park and like a school, but like, it was just the most boring place next to a highway. And I'm like, of course, like, if you put somebody in a place like that where they're socially isolated, yeah, like, people are gonna go crazy, right? But both of them were like, no, but we don't want to live in this city, we want to have like a big bed and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But yeah, I mean, like, that's one of the reasons why, like, I would never want to move outside of the city again. It's just because, like, I feel like that social isolation, especially if you don't like have a job that you like and you don't really like commuting, it's gonna fuck with you, right? Like, I mean, I live in a small ass fucking janky apartment, right? But because of that, I don't have to own a lot of shit, and I live, like, you know, I go outside and there's people doing stuff, you know. I can anything I need to do, I can do it here, you know. And if I need to go anywhere, I can just walk to Shinjuku Station, go on any train anywhere, right? Like, I'm so hashtag blessed, right? But yeah, I mean, like, well, anyway, the point I'm getting at, though, is that, like, their relationship didn't work out, and I think because of that, Papa Tetsu kind of swore off gaijin chicks, and so, like, now he's dating a Japanese woman who used to be an airline stewardess, so she knows English, you know. But you know, like, he you know, a part of me was like, I wanted him to date a foreigner, like, specifically a Western foreigner, because if you're a Japanese guy and you are dating another Asian woman, like, I'm not talking like ethnicity, I mean like from that country. So like, if you're dating a woman from China or Philippines or Korea or Vietnam, there's a lot more of those women that marry Japanese guys than Western women. And the reason why is because they adapt to the culture and they learn the language very quickly. And so, and most of the time they want a fucking spouse visa to stay here, and they don't want to go back to their own country. So, Papa Tetsu, like, but so, like, it's like, if you're a weak beta guy, Japanese guy, you go for those women, because, like, it's kind of like sexpat stuff. Like, those women want to stay in Japan and you want to get laid, and so it's like, and you can't really get laid with Japanese chicks, so you go for them. So that's like the beta version of that. But like, white chicks and stuff, they've got like this, not just white chicks, but Western chicks, you know, like, they've got this whole kind of chip on their shoulder where they're like, yeah, feminism, and we're better than that, and it's ma'am. And so you actually have to try harder, and you have to put up with a lot more shit. And so it's like, and it's like, well, I don't want to put up with a lot of shit. And I'm like, dude, trust me, like, you know, if you're a strong man, you'll be able to put up with that shit. But yeah, as soon as Tetsu broke up with that chick, he rolled back and started dating a Japanese woman again. And I'm just like, ah, god damn it, Tetsu. And so, like, same thing with Micaela. She just, you know, she tried dating Japanese guys, didn't work out, rolled back, and now is dating she married. I guess she married that guy, right? Married the white guy that works remote and stuff. And but again, it's like, you know, she's made posts on Instagram being like, he tells me what I need to do, you know, like, I pride myself on being a feminist, but like, I love cooking for him, and I love taking care of the house, and I love that he takes care of me, and that, like, he kind of tells me what to do, like, you know, Bart, do you have any new friends? I've been looking for somebody to boss me around. Oh man, you ever seen a man yell at a shoe before? Yeah, just now. Oh god, these references. I don't know, man. It's just like again, like it's totally, whatever works for you, it's great. It's just I feel that it's like the older you get, you either stay like insecure, you stay scared, you stay like unsure about your future or whatever, or you like have a lot of regrets, or you compare yourself to other people all the time and you feel shitty about that, or you get to the point where it's like, okay, I know who I am now, I know what I want, and I understand there's things that I want that I'll probably never get, but I ultimately don't need that, so it doesn't matter, and it's fine. And yeah, I'd like to think that Micaela and me are both at that point, but I still don't want to give up on Japanese people. Like, I feel like if I'm going to be in Japan, I definitely got to help out that population growth, and yeah, like I got to help out with that shit. And I don't know, man. I think about, like, I saw this fucking YouTube video yesterday that we were reacting to, and it's like, Japanese people in Tokyo are so lonely. They're so ronery, and it's like some tourist douchebag talking about it, like, oh man, these guys, they're so lonely, dude. It's just like, nyeh. And it's like, motherfucker, like, like, I don't know, man, like, cause like in New York and stuff, people chill in parks or whatever, and God, I haven't been there in like 25 years, but it's like the people do shit, they hang out and whatever. But it's just like fucking like this guy was complaining that Tokyo seems like such a busy city. He's like, everybody's always going and doing something. They're always busy. They don't have time to talk to you. They're very cold to each other. It's like basically, like, I get it. If you come here as a tourist and you have no fucking objectives on what you need to do, and you're just fucking chilling, and then we're living in a society where like people are doing stuff, then yeah, of course you're gonna feel inadequate because people know what they got to do. Like when you're on a time budget, you know how to fucking what you want to do with that free time in between going to work and everything, right? And so, yeah, it's like, he's like, Japanese people, you could be in Tokyo and it's the loneliest place ever. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, that seems like a cop-out. Hold on. Coffee. Oh, God, I love it so much. The coffee, the cocainum. Coffee is my crackanium. It's just like, I hate it when people just pass the buck, or it's like a cop-out, right? They're coping. Stop, cope harder, bro. And, I mean, like, I guess I can empathize, I can iDubbbz and over 30 empathize. Like, I can see where that guy's coming from. Because maybe when I was younger, God, maybe, I don't remember, but maybe I felt like that when I was visiting here, too. But it's just that it's like, Japan is great because it's like he's like, everybody follows the rules, everybody's a cog in the machine, and but I'm like, the way I see it is like, hey, you've got people that are they're part of, I'm not part of your system, my dad's not a phone, you've got people that are part of a system or whatever, and you've got, I don't know, man, like, it's like when I travel, for instance, or something, and I'm like, oh, man, this guy's got a great car, or like, oh, dude, like, this is a great view here. It's like, we always want to see, whenever you think of the grass is greener on the other side, you always want to see the best stuff. You don't think about the other stuff, you don't think about the stuff they're compromising on. You don't think, like, I saw this guy the other day, and it was this, I'm part of this Japanese group on Facebook where they show off solo camping, because I'm always sharing that shit with Tetsu. And this guy, like, he had like a really nice car, and I was like, oh, that's a nice car. And then, like, he shows his house, And he's like, I love doing barbecue, because like part of the camping is showing how you barbecue and stuff. And this guy's like, I love barbecuing, and and then he's in his garage and he's barbecuing stuff, and he's got his fan, and it looks like the guy lives in a company, not even a company, it's like a construction worker house dorm kind of thing, and it's on the side of the toll road. And so I don't know where this was, but it's like his house is on a hill, on like a mountainside or whatever, right? And so he's on the mountainside and he's fucking he's like barbecuing in his garage. Like the door's open, right? And he's got the fan pointed at the barbecue, so like the smoke is going outside and not just blowing back in. And he like turns the camera around and it's like there's the toll road. Like there's the toll booth that people have to go through in order to get out or like exit, and like that's the front of his house. And then he walks behind his house and it's like it's all just like unkempt grass and like all this shit or whatever, like, just unkempt plants. And then in the back he's got his like coworker, and they're all like old guys, and the coworker's in like this barrel. It's like he's hanging out in this barrel that's like full of water, and then like the back of the house shows that they're on top of this giant hill and they're overlooking all the other houses that are below. And I don't know if there was ocean or something there, but I was just like, wow, like what a shitty fucking place. Like, you've got this great view, but you constantly are going to hear traffic. Like, it was a busy road, and I'm like, holy fuck, like in 24 hours a day there's going to be traffic going through there, and it's like loud, and you're living in this like ratty old house of a bunch of like 40-plus-year-old guys that are just like, all they do, like, they're ugly too, they don't take care of themselves, they're fat. And like, I'm just like, dude, like, they're fucking, and like, these are the kind of guys that pay to go fuck hookers, because it's just like, yeah, no woman no woman, like, I think, like, the thing is that, like, I think you could be a guy like that and get laid, but you got to take care of yourself, you got to take care of yourself. You've got to be like, you have to be like the Hulk, like the Edward Norton Hulk, where he goes to Brazil and he's like secretly working in a factory because he's hiding from the U.S. government, and he's like, he needs a place to hide where he can work on his like science shit in private, right? I love that. God, too bad Edward Norton pissed off everybody, because he's a great actor, but that, like, him in that one, he's like, don't make me hungry, you never not like me when I'm hungry or something, because he says Portuguese wrong. But it's like, yeah, man, like, you need to be a guy who you don't get wrapped up in the bullshit of being around these other guys that like don't give a shit about their life, that don't have goals. I mean, like, that was the only thing I could say that I didn't like about being in the guest house. I liked almost everything else about the guest house. I wasn't even complaining about the room size or anything. Even Captain Creepy or Mr. and Mrs. Cranky, that was nothing compared to just being around these people that just, like, they did nothing. They would just hang out and play video games and do nothing. And, like, I understand sometimes you need to blow off some steam, but, like, these guys never did anything productive, Like, they would just hang out, like, they go and get money, and then they come back home and they do nothing. They just, like, read books or something. And it's like, well, yeah, well, as long as they're happy, then who cares? And I'm like, yeah, but these guys were not happy. they were not happy, So it's just, when you're around that and you yourself don't have big goals of what you want to do, it's easy to kind of have that, like, fall into that crab in the bucket mentality where you try to get out and they pull you back down kind of thing. And so, I don't know, man, like, you really have to have a strong goal, and you need to, like, stay, like, if you have a social group, you need to be in contact with those people constantly. I remember there was this guy named Yusuke at the guest house, and he was always reading books about stocks and making money and, like, mutual funds. Like, he read all the time. Like, he was reading, taking notes, and, like, he eventually moved out of the guest house, and he got fucking, God, I haven't talked to him in years. Like, he moved into a really nice apartment in Ikebukuro, and he's like, you should come out sometime and hang out. And I'm like, shit, like, I totally forgot. I haven't thought about that guy until now. But yeah, I mean, like, he was only in the guest house temporarily for a little bit, and then like, yeah, and then he moved out, and he moved into a really nice big place. And so it's just like you need, but he was always constantly like he had like a line group of like boys that he was talking to, you know, his we dem boys kind of group where it was just financial shit. And so I don't know, I'm just saying that it's like that guy had a nice car, but when you looked at his house, like the guy did not have his shit together, you know. And so it's like, you know, there's always a caveat, you know, to the grass being greener on the other side kind of shit. And it's like for me, it's like I'm fairly healthy. I mean, I'm fat, but at least you know, all the appendages and senses are working, you know. But it's like I am lacking in funds where I could go travel. I'm lacking in funds where I could buy something really big and upgrade my life. And but at the same time, it's like even though I'm content with the way things are, I still feel like I should strive to do better, you know. And I think that's the thing. It's like, but instead of just reading stuff that's gonna make me compare myself to other people, I try to keep in mind, like, you know, like, hey, you know, you're doing something that's fulfilling. You're doing something like, I mean, when you think about it, it's like if you study Japanese for like an hour every day, at the end of the year, even if you did like what, like let's just say you didn't study on the weekends or something, at the end of the year you'd still have like what, 20 times 12, like you'd have like 140 days plus or whatever that you studied Japanese, 140 hours plus of Japanese that you studied more than somebody who didn't, right? And yeah, you don't want to discount that, you know, you don't want to make that shitty at all, right? So God, it's so funny. Like Tetsu lived in China for like years, or for like a year or two, and his Chinese is like so rusty. And when we went to Taiwan, I was like, we were in the cab, and I was like, tell this guy I know that what he's doing, and he better not rip us off. Tetsu's like, I don't know how to say that, and I was like, Tetsu, tell this guy that we want to go to the hotel, and he's like, I haven't spoke Chinese in like a decade. I don't remember this shit. I'm like, Tetsu, come on, Tetsu, just help it out. Come on, bro, do it. Stop being a bitch, Tetsu. Come on, you gotta learn that Chinese, Tetsu. Yeah. Oh man, you guys seen that Come Town clip where they're trying to, where they're like showing Derek Chauvin or whatever, the George Floyd guy. They get him like a Rodney King, the guy, like you get him that lawyer. You know, the flashy black lawyer, and he's like, yeah, speak some Chinese to him, Derek. Come on, Derek, speak some Chinese to him. You gonna kill the motherfucker. The least you could do is speak some Chinese to the jury, you know. Show him that you're a cultured individual, man. Yeah, because you know that Derek Chauvin guy was, like, married to, like, an Asian chick or something. So, yeah, I don't know. Point is that you make Papa Tetsu speak Chinese right now, god damn it. Yeah, but anyway, I'm watching this video of just, again, like, it's so funny. I'm looking outside my apartment right now, and the sky is like, it's a light blue haze. I'd say it's more on the white scale versus blue scale. It's like a very whitish blue right now outside. But then I'm looking at this video of Enoshima in Kanagawa, and it's just like, God, it's just like a hazy, today's like a hazy day. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, mate? I mean, it's better than a muggy day. Like, those are the worst summer days ever. But luckily, you've got a lot of things. I've got like the portable fan now that I can bring everywhere. And I have like a portable battery in case that runs out of juice. I've got a nice ice ring that I can put over my neck when I go outside, so that'll keep me cool. Do I have anything else? I don't know. Yeah, people say you could use those Gatsby wipes or whatever, but nah, they give me like a chemical burn, and like they open up your pores for a little bit, but then it just like it feels like they close after that, and it just feels hotter. I don't like it, but yeah, that's the thing, man. Oh god, it's just like Japanese summer, dude. I mean, again, you can't compare a winter or summer in Tokyo to other places because it's a city, you know. Yeah, like the summer is really, really hot here, but if you go to Kyoto or like Kofu, it's a valley. You're gonna feel it way worse. It like bottles it in. It's disgusting. But yeah, so I'm just chilling, enjoying my coffee, and just straight up laxing, maxing, chilling out by the pool, playing some b-ball outside of school. But yeah, guys. Anyway, that's it for the rant today. What did you think about it? If you made it this far, type in blue hazy sky to let me know you made it this far. Show me you're cool. like you're in the cool kids club. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the live stream afterwards. Did you smash the like button? Of course you did, because you're a very attractive individual and I respect you. I respect you. Now look, you gotta sign the dotted line. What? Anyway, guys, you stay black, and I will talk to you. I'll see you on the live stream. Bye.